Hey guys, Danny Johnson here, and today we're looking at the DeWalt Cross line and Plumb Laser. And so we're also going to show you in this video how we used it to mount this display case in our garage, which worked well because the garage floor slopes, and so this is very useful. So this one says that it will do 165 feet or 50 meters worth of laser, and it has some other features with it, including the red laser is the color that it's using, L bracket, and it's designed to withstand your job working conditions, some debris and water, 1 meter drop, hopefully that doesn't happen, as well as a plus or minus 1/8 of an inch is its accuracy with self-leveling. It has a 3-year warranty, a 1-year service warranty, and a 90-day money-back guarantee. So we'll go ahead and open up the case here, and what we have first is its power source, which is 3 AA batteries. It also has the instruction manual, and I would ask you to please read through this before operating. Don't take my word for anything. Make sure that you take the responsibility and the time to go through and look at all the hazards and dangers associated with this tool. And DeWalt is really good about providing all of this information for free if you can't find your owner's operator manual. So check the video description, and we'll put that in here as well as where you can also pick this tool up on our Amazon affiliate page. Above all with this tool, the biggest thing is make sure you do not look into the laser at all. That can damage your retina. So here it is coming out of the case. It's not too heavy, and if you look at the front of it, it has a lock switch. So in the lock position, it will not turn on, so that's what this lock and unlock is. And on the side, we have the buttons to turn it on. On the back, we have very powerful magnets, which is one of my favorite features, and it has a 360-degree swivel so it can turn. So to put the battery in, we swivel it, and we're going to go ahead and use a screwdriver. It is a pretty tough latch here, and looking on the cover, this will tell us positive, negative, and positive. So make sure to put the batteries in properly. You don't want to damage it by doing putting batteries in wrong. So we're going to go ahead and do our positive, negative, and positive, and close the case, and it snaps shut pretty well. Seems like it's nice and insulated for weather conditions. So we're going to go ahead and swivel this back to the position here. Now it has 3 buttons on the side, and so the button on the far right will turn it on, and then you have a vertical laser and a horizontal laser. So as you first push this on, you'll see it flashing red. It's looking to level itself out and use its self-leveling, so that'll flash if it's not able to do that. The green light is for the power, and then again, we're doing vertical and horizontal beams here. Okay, so again, on the back of the case, it has 2 very powerful magnets, one of my favorite features for mounting it in the garage, as you'll see a little bit later. And coming from the bottom, you'll see the little laser that's coming down. And there's also one coming out of the top. And so from there, we also have the front laser that's shining it for our display. So you can see here as I'm holding it, it's bouncing around. It's trying to self-level from me holding it. So you don't even have to put it on a completely level surface. It will do it self-leveling. It also has attachment places here to thread in if you're going to have it on a stand. So that's a nice feature. And of course, the front glass here, and again, our lock to turn it on and off. So it will only work when the unlocked position. So again, never look into any of these lasers. They're coming all at you from different directions. And it came with this sticker pad that has it in many different languages, so hopefully you'll put that on it as soon as you get it. So here's a nice cabinet, and again, my favorite feature here is these magnets are very powerful, and I could stick it right on the side, and so this made it very useful for mounting it. And so basically, we're going to turn it on here and show you how it looks on the wall. It looks really good in person. On the camera, it looks like it's a pretty dull laser, but it actually looks really good. So being that the garage floor is sloping for drainage and everything, you can tell our cabinet here that's up on wheels isn't going to be perfectly straight, but this gives you a good look at those crosshairs and a really nice look here. So I'll turn the lights down and let you see. This is awesome how it goes all the way up onto the ceiling, all the way down the walls and down the floor. So again, it's pointing these lasers in all different directions, so just make sure you're never looking at that. And this is very useful for basically looking at things in different places. We're going to be going after different studs and put marks on it, and that way it's going to be all on the same level doing so. And so again, here's another look at it towards the front. You can swivel this thing whichever way you need to, and it will stay level as long as it's at that same height. So that's a very nice feature. As you can see, we can turn it here, and going all the way down the garage, we could, if we wanted to, we could mark a stud on every stud and keep it level going all the way across. So I wanted to check this according to a level that I had, and as you can see, it looks pretty good. One of my favorite things to do with this is just trace the line, and then you can line it back up as you swivel it back and forth. So as I'm moving it side to side, you can see it kind of dancing here as it's leveling itself out using its self-leveling technology. And even if you point it back on itself, it can do some nice self-leveling here. So you could even mount things on the very surface that you're working on within reason. So that looks pretty good there. So for our project today, we're moving some things around in the garage, and so we're getting it all cleaned out. I'm going to move this rolling cabinet, and we're going to mount a display case in its place. So we went ahead and moved everything out, cleared out the space, swept out, and so we have a blank wall to work with here and a sloping garage, and we're going to go ahead and mount this nice display case, and we want it to be level. So, of course, so the first thing we're going to do is go through with our stud finder, and we found and marked where the studs are. And so just went through and did that, and then we verified as well that we're 16 inches, which is kind of the standard between the studs. And then we brought in our laser, and what was really cool is we could just draw a nice little cross once we had the height that we wanted to mount the box. And so we could go through basically everywhere that there's a stud. We just rotate the laser over, just swivel it to the side to our next stud and make our nice marks. And so what I did after this was take a straight edge and just followed the laser level here and made some vertical alignments. So with that, the reason I did that is now that we're mounting our box here, we get it nice and level, and we can also be looking vertically down all the way in each one. So we just line the laser back up to the marks that we already made on the wall, and we know right where to drill. Since this didn't have drill marks exactly where we needed to, we were able just to put the laser there and drill where we wanted to, and then put in our fasteners. So this worked out really well. As you can see, we just drilled a hole and put the fastener right in there. And we did that just on each end. And then we could just go down this whole laser, and everywhere we want to, we can put another fastener. And so that worked out perfect. It's following the stud, and it turned out really nice. We could see if we were level the whole time without having to find other studs, because the stud finder won't work through this. So anyway, very enjoyable tool. Check the video description. I'll put a playlist of all the other tool reviews that I've done. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Thanks, guys.